Hey, what's going on, everybody? In the garage again here. Gonna try and do a little more goldsmithing. This is the remnants of what we worked on last time, and I decided I'm gonna try to do a little fusing practice. I have very little skill at that. I did fuse this ring here. See if I can get it on camera here. This ring here. Now, this thing is taking a beating, but it is completely fused. It was thick, it was difficult. I wear this every day, so it's taking a beating, and I never really finished it. But I love it. This is my favorite ring. Whoops. There we go. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to take this strip that we worked on earlier, which is much thinner, and do some practicing. So I'm going to cut some chunks, make some loops, and you guys are going to film, or you guys are going to watch me film it and fail. So that's the plan. I'm going to do most of the work over on the brick. And yeah, all right. Let me go ahead and get some clippers and things going here, and I'll pause the video. All right, I don't have any fancy equipment. I'm just using some regular shears here. I'm gonna cut just a couple of pieces here and see if I can get a little fuse video here. Let's try just a little one here. All right. Now, I got a little chunk here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut flat on both sides. Okay. So now I have semi-flat, a little angle there. I know it's not going to turn out well. That's the corner piece that I had from rolling. I'll go ahead and put that in my crucible for next time. And let's see here. So I'm going to find something here that I can bend this around. Maybe a screwdriver, like such. Not too shabby, not too shabby. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it flat and even where it's going to be fused. Now I have the ability to undo it if it doesn't work out. So what I'm going to do is I'll use some tools here. Now, I haven't done this in a while, so it's going to be a real rough video. I can shape it after it's fused. Right now I just want to get the ends to really made up as close as possible, because I'm going to heat those up and hope that they go together without melting the remainder. Very tricky. I'm also going to try with my hand torch. I don't remember if that works or if I needed to use my hot torch with oxygen, but we're going to give it a shot. All right. First time in forever. Yeah, see, I'm overdoing it. It's starting to lose shape. See? Not easy. That already won't mate. It's too far apart. So I'm going to take this guy. And show y'all. See? It starts liquefying and wants to turn into a ball again. So that is going to have to go back to the crucible. And we'll just melt that along with our other scrap pieces. And I'm going to cut another chunk and try again. So once again, I'm going to cut a little bit longer here. And I believe I'm going to use my other torch this time because I can get a nice hot point. That's honestly what I really need. Bending this around the screwdriver here to get the edges flat. Okay. I'm going to mate them together here best that I can. Sorry about not keeping it on film. Okay. I'm going to give it a little extra squish to try to keep it really tight. I don't care about the shape right now. It can be reshaped once it's a fused piece of gold. For right now, I just want to get these two ends to mate together. Now, a lot of people use solder, and I'm not really sure how to use gold solder. I really should figure it out. Alright, so let's crack this guy open. Alright, it may or may not be fused. I'm not 100%. So, what I'll do here, clench it. Okay, here she is. Let's see. It looks close, but I would not call that fused. I'm going to do a squish test, and it's probably going to break apart. Yeah, you can see it didn't get hot enough on the inside. In fact, I'm not even going to do the squish test yet. I'm going to heat it some more. Y'all can't see. Let's see if I can spin it here. I'm going to try and heat up the inside here. Alright, let's see here. It's definitely not pretty. That corner right there still looks pretty chunky. The inside doesn't look too bad. Quickest way to find out is do a squeeze test. it held up, which means strength-wise, it seems to be pretty good. So other than ugly, which it definitely is, it's fused. Let's see if I can re-round it here a little bit. All right, now if I was doing finishing work, obviously I could sand it, I could make it all one piece, I can get rid of the texture. But strength-wise, it is a fused piece of gold. Very terrible though. All right, so let me set that aside. And let me get another one going here. I'll pop. All right, so I've got another strip here cut. You can see what we're running. I don't have a whole lot left. This would be try number 3. So, oops, same as before. I'm just going to try to bend these ends to touch each other. And I don't really care about what the rest of it looks like here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so maybe we can see what I'm doing a little better. So I'm just going to wrap it around the screwdriver here to get the edges curled. I don't have the best tools. I'm in my garage. But we make do. So now that I got that, I can hook her in a little bit. And I just want to get those edges to mate. And ideally, if I can get it to mate in a way where it can sit flat on the bench, that would be awesome as well. Now on this one here, I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to try to use a little bit of solder, 24 karat, and see if that helps me get a little bit of pooling action without having the edges come in. I believe it should work out easier if I can figure out the method. All right, so what I'll do here is I'm going to take this guy right here. I'm going to take a little snippet of it here. Okay. I'm going to roll it thinner. I want it to be super thin. So give me just a minute here. I'm going to roll this out even thinner, longer, and then I'm going to use a little bit of piece of it in between and see if I can liquefy it and pull together. Let me pause. Okay, so this is that same piece. I mean, you can see I can get real thin. I mean, it almost disappears out of camera. You almost can't even see it when I turn it right there like that. So it's very... It's fun. Alright, so I'm going to take a little cut of this. Just a little bit here. Maybe that much. Okay. So now I got just a little itty bitty small little piece. I'm going to grab this and we're going to kind of wedge it in between. I try to do this under the video camera, but I have to look at what I'm doing because and I can't keep it under the video at the same time. I'll get better at this at some point. So I'm going to do a little zigzag here. There. Okay. I have no practice with this. Let's give it a shot. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm hoping that this little bit's going to liquefy, mate, and all of it's going to go together without having so much of a warpage to the original piece. I'm going to squish this a little bit flatter so that I can sit. Oh, no, I chunked it all out here. Get this guy back in there. See if I can get it on film for people to see me mess it all up. It's really hard. You get all of it hot and it all wants to melt. I'm just going to feather it. I see, I'm really just looking for color. I see it get too orange. Now, it looks like the solder melted really fast there. Obviously, it's much thinner. Hey, alright. It doesn't look like I got anything on the other side though, so I'm going to flip it. Yeah, rotation here. How hot could it be, huh? Alright, so I gotta get that little inside there. Alright. Quench your thirst. Alright, here she is. Let's see. Again, ugly. I'm sure I can sand it, I can smooth it, and I can work it. That's not the point of this video. Let me zoom out a little bit here. What do you guys think? I'm gonna do the squish test. Oh yeah, it didn't break. I'm telling you, if it's not fused, it's gonna separate in the weakest place. I mean, it's not gonna just bend like that. So that is a fused 24 karat loop. Again, ugly, terrible, practice. I'm actually kind of happy. I'm 2 for 2. I like the solder. It gives me just a little bit extra glob that I can use because I can actually get in there and I can hammer that out flat to get some of this distortion here. I can hammer it to get more material to extrude on this side. I can shape it on this side. And there's just a little blob in there. You can see that's a little thicker because of that added material. I like that. I think I'm going to try it with solder again. All right, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to cut a second loop. Let me go ahead and put this one with that. We got 2 now here that I can stack together. And we're getting a little better. All right, so here we go. My last loop today. I'm not giving this a whole lot of finesse. The straighter, the better, the easier. I'm not a professional. I'm just quickly trying to practice here. Cut a little bit of this very thin solder that I'm doing. I call it solder. It's not solder. It's 24 karat gold. All right, I'm gonna wedge it in here like before. Okay. And I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. I'm gonna keep it like this. And I'm gonna see if it'll run down in there. And I'm not even gonna mess with the edges very much. I'm gonna just try, just for funsies, a little bit different here. Oh shit. I need to get a flat spot so it'll sit upright on the bench. Otherwise, it's gonna roll all over the place. These silly hobbies I have here. All right, last one for the afternoon. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, see, that solder's just dripping down pretty nicely. See if I can get it to just drip on down there. There's me trying something I've never tried before. Ooh. See, the ring itself got hot. Alright, so it's soldered on that side. I can see it. I get the inside in a similar fashion. Without wasting all my fuel while I flip it. Just pointing my heat where I want it. They make way better torches than this. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm a self-taught Mickey Mouser. Ooh, I don't know if that one's gonna fly. Well, let's take a gander here. Very distorted. It's definitely soldered. Alright, let me show you guys for an example. I'm going to pause it and show you what it looks like to hammer this little glob out. Because I know I can make that flat again. That's the great thing about this adult Play-Doh. Alright, hang tight. Alright, I don't have the best tools here, so what I did, I just grab a flashlight, I'm going to wedge it in there. Or not flashlight, a screwdriver. And I'm going to just get some wax here. I don't even really care what happens to the other side, per se. Let's see, hammer. Try it the good way. Like I said, I don't have any practice on this. We'll learn as we go here. Alright, keep going. I need that. Squished. I mean, you can see what I mean. I can reshape this. If I was better, it would be easier. But that's what this is all about, just practice, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with a little annealing. See if I can make it a little easier and malleable. Alright, well, you can see, I mean, it's fused gold. I can keep working it. I can keep hammering it. Right now it's about pinky size. It was an accident. This wasn't on purpose. Very light. I mean, this little guy right here, let's look. Just because weighing things is fun. .6 gram little baby pinky ring. That along with my other ring. Look at me, fancy. Alright, well, that's my little practice video on fusing. Again, I can use much more practice, and I could add more gold. I almost thought if I would have put a bigger clump here, I could hammer it into a cool shape if I wanted to. And you can almost make that look like a centerpiece to a ring. Shape it, you know, I can shape that to be whatever I want. Make it nice and round. I'm just spitfiring ideas here. I don't really know what's going on. So here. We had one bad fuse here. I never squished it, but you can see it's not fused. And then I was able to get 3 decent ones. That one being the worst, but all of them passed the test. Alright, well, let me know what you guys think. You can make a bunch of these out of wire, interlink them, then all of a sudden you have a chain. It gets more and more complex, and we'll go from there. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching.